Here's an interesting item for you. That man there, that's John O'Hurley. He's known for his role as J. Penniman on Seinfeld. Well, now, here's the voice, and what a voice the man has, behind the National Dog Show. John Hurley is with us on the set. There he is.
Yeah, nice to be with you.
What a voice.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Well, you know, truth be known, mine was the last one to change in high school, so...
Little known fact.
I had a little voice like this when I was 16 years old, and all of a sudden one day it just changed.
Now, the National Dog Show is an absolute institution.
Yes.
It's broadcast on Thanksgiving Day. It comes up right after the parade. Is that right?
Yes, let's talk about it from a business standpoint.
Yes.
Because it is what I believe the most perfect piece of programming I've ever seen. Let me give you the genesis of how this all went down. For years, they always ran reruns of It's a Wonderful Life. So they'd go from the high ratings of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade to a 1.0 and then have to jump back up for football. So there was this 2-hour gap every year. They were scratching their heads and could never fill it with anything interesting. So John Miller, the head of NBC Sports at the time, programming, and now the head of NBC Sports, did something. He took Best in Show, that wonderful, wonderful movie that was the parody of the Westminster Show. He takes it home on the weekend. He watches it and he's just howling, laughing. And he comes into the morning meeting over there at Sports and he says, I tell you what we're going to do. During that 2-hour slice, we're going to do a dog show. Well, they about laugh him out of the office. But by that afternoon, he'd contacted the Kennel Club of Philadelphia. He'd contacted Purina as the sponsor. He called me the next morning, and I'm in L.A., and I pick up the phone, and I say hello, and he says, woof, woof. And that's how it started. 16 years ago, and I'm sitting there. You know, you want to talk? You want to take a? You know, I'm an actor, and now I'm taking this leap into the abyss as a dog show host.
But you get 30 million viewers, don't you? Something like that?
Now we had 19 that year, and we knew we had something special, and we've grown now with the subsequent viewings at about 30 million people now.
But all it is, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to tread on any toes here. All it is interesting breeds going around in a circle being led. I'm looking at it right now. Interesting breed. That's all you got.
No one has ever reduced it to its fundamentals like you have. Interesting.
Well, am I accurate?
Going around in a circle. Well, it is. It's more than that. It's every dog, every breed, and there's over 200, about 200 now recognized by the AKC. Every dog had a form and a function and a written specification for what it was, because this is all celebrating the rich history of breeding dogs. Dogs were never pets. You know, 4,000 years ago, you couldn't afford to have a dog as a pet. It was a function. It was part of your life. It was herding. It was ratting. Remember those halcyon days?
Oh,
the halcyon days of ratting. You don't have those anymore.
I do remember.
You misspent youth, huh? But it supports this whole rich history of breeding, what the dogs were actually bred. So in order to keep these breeds alive, intact, to celebrate the form and function, we have the AKC and we have the shows to show them off. And
what time on Thanksgiving Day?
12 till 2 nationally.
Okay, I've got 20 seconds left, and I've got a last question for you. Do you still get a little piece from the Seinfeld reruns?
Oh, you betcha, baby.
Thank you very much. You don't need to work, but it's a pleasure having you.
Oh, no, I live in your shadow. What are you talking about?
John O'Hurley, you're all right. Thanks for joining us, sir. Appreciate it.